Ça on peut pas les passer, hein. Je les passerai bien pour lancer de suite le jeu. Et ça c'est pour dire que ça sauvegarde. On va continuer. Où est-ce qu'on en était? Ah oui, on a été à chercher le document.
James spent much time writing in the last 10 years. Instead of a prior, he became more of a recluse.
That is what you monks do, isn't it?
It used to be. The handwriting on this tablet is hardly legible. Whoever sheds the blood of man, by man shall his blood be shed. Did Prior James write this?
Let's continue looking.
Ok, un tome, tonneau. En cliquant comme ça, on peut voir tout.
Francis, I think I found it.
Ah, premier truc, le troisième truc, c'est le bon.
Revelations, the apocalypse of St. John. And they called to the mountains and rocks, fall on us and hide us from the face of him who is seated on the throne, and from the wrath of the Lamb. For the great day of their wrath has come, and who can stand? The Lamb? What was James afraid of? Was it this letter?
No, the letter is still sealed. Break the seal.
D'accord. Apparemment la lettre, ils ont pas lu la lettre. Je pensais qu'ils l'aient lu, mais il devait y avoir. Là, du 18 décembre 1135, Robert de Gloucester, donnez-moi une date et nous nous tiendrons prêts à faire couler le sang au nom de l'impératrice. Bon, les alliés chercheront contre Stéphane de Blois. Stéphane de Blois, je pense. Ou alors, il s'appelait vraiment Stéphane de Blois. Nous déclarerons pas la guerre, mais nous la déchaînerons. Stéphane est responsable depuis le jour où il a trahi la fille du roi Henri. Il l'a trahi le jour où il s'est emparé du trône qui lui revenait. De même que ceux qui lui ont juré allégeance. Comte de Shearing.
Oh, this is it. You found it.
The Earl of Shiring is about to start a war.
Yes. He's made contact with my own master, Earl Robert of Gloucester.
Who is this King Stephen that has taken the throne?
A nephew of King Henry. Do you ever think of the day our parents died?
Francis, you know I don't like to talk of that.
I know. It's just that I think of them all the time. And I've always blamed King Henry. The church suffered under his rule as much as we did in Wales. Philip, you have to show this letter to the Bishop of Kingsbridge.
Avec de Kingbridge.
The Bishop of Kingsbridge? Why?
Our late King Henry was opposed to Rome's influence in England. King Stephen, on the other hand, swore to preserve the rights and privileges of the church, and we can help him if you tell the bishop to protect Stephen.
Questionnez Francis sur ses motivations.
You want the bishop to help the new king, King Stephen?
I want a king who supports the church. I want these dark times to end. I want to stop the Earl of Shiring from starting a war. He could set the whole of England on fire. My lord the Earl of Gloucester can never know what I was doing here. You must not tell the truth about how or where you got this letter. Don't tell anyone I was involved.
On va accepter. Bon, l'autre fois.
Bishop will help.
Tell him you found the letter by coincidence.
And if he does not believe me, what then?
He will believe you. The question is, will he really try to stop the Earl of Shiring? I will ride to St. John's and tell your monks you will stay in Kingsbridge until the election.
What if the Earl of Shiring finds out what I'm doing? bishop tells him.
Philip, calm down. He is your bishop.
I'm a simple monk. Who am I to talk to a bishop?
Oui. J'ai fini le chapitre 1 là. Les Francis a découvert une conspiration contre le roi où il était nominé pour devenir le prieur de Cambridge où il a accepté de rencontrer l'évêque. Disons ses frères Barcus pour son vol n'avaient rien fait pour soulager la douleur de frère Paul. Hein? De frère Paul. Ah oui. C'est vrai qu'on a. Ouais, on n'avait pas de bordage de rien. Et vous méprise toujours. Vous avez trouvé un message dans le moulin. Donc ça c'est le premier truc. Les chapitres du premier livre. Là je crois qu'on doit passer sur un autre personnage. Mais là on repasse sur notre... Ah non, sur un autre personnage là. Ok, sanglier. Rate rarement sa cible. Oh. On va aller par où? On arrive de par là. Je pense qu'il faut aller par là. Il y a un truc là. Non, ok, non, on revient là. Je crois que j'appuie sur... Je passe sur un truc. Trace de sabot. Ah. Un chevreuil. Ah. Ah non, una bichasse. Ah non, c'est un chevreuil, ouais, une... Vu où il a visé dans le cul, donc ça sert à un petit peu à rien. Ah non. Là, si elle est plus proche, la tête va partir. Ça va partir dans la tête. Bam, dans la tête. Bim, dans la tête. Allez, récupère ça. Voilà, t'es là. Ouais bah, prends. Bon, d'abord, il faut la tirer dehors de l'eau et après, il faut ouvrir pour tout vider. Pour que ça soit moins lourd. Ça soit moins lourd à porter.
While waiting for Mother to help me cure it, I decided to practice my reading.
The Lord and King of all France, Charles the Great, has spent 7 long years fighting in Spain. He has conquered the highlands and the plain. The Lord and King of all France, Charles the Great, has spent 7 long years fighting in Spain.
Lui faire dire.
He has conquered the highlands and the plain. Before him, not a single fort remains.
Afternoon was approaching fast and Mother still hadn't returned. So, if I wanted to cure the meat, I had to do it on my own. Else it would all go to waste.
Hop, on prend le livre. Donc, il est où le... C'est un petit château qu'il a créé, l'étagère. C'est ça? Bah, il est en train de le fumer là. récupère-le. Ou alors il faut que je récupère un truc. Ah. Oui, aussi.
There he is. Charles the Great, the protector of my town. You're coming with me.
Le truc, des outils. Je pense qu'il fallait prendre des outils. L'arc des légers disposent de toute une variété d'armes courtes et à longue portée dans leur demeure. Ensemble, ils menèrent une vie de hors-la-loi, en dehors de la société et de la protection de la loi. L'arc peut ainsi devenir un outil inestimable, aussi bien pour chasser que pour se protéger. La plupart des hors-la-loi ont été à un moment donné accusés d'un crime pour lequel ils n'ont pas été jugés d'après la loi. Tous leurs contrats, droits et propriétés sont alors annulés. Leur loi n'était aucun droit, n'importe qui, pour faire du mal, ou bien les capturer pour les livrer, ainsi en donnant serait caché vers une ville de brigandage. D'accord. Donc les hors-la-loi pouvaient être capturés, des fois peut-être utilisés comme esclaves. Étagère. Un livret en français. Tout ce qu'il y a d'autre. Des cailloux.
Huh? What's that?
Ah, attends un gamin. Il y a un gamin qui pleure. Des cailloux. On casse le truc. On va quand même aller voir d'où vient ce bruit. Ça a l'air d'être ça qui gueule. Ouais, ah, peut-être un gamin ou un truc ou un oiseau qui. Ah. Ouais, c'est française. Ouais, c'est qui ça? Ah, c'est la maman. Elle siffle, l'autre il pourrait nous entendre.
Good. He hasn't seen you.
Who is he?
A whip. That's what he is.
A whip?
That means he's someone bad. I told you about people like him, remember?
C'est un moine.
Is he a monk?
He is. Although not an ordinary one. Maybe an official for someone important. I don't like this one bit.
He looks nice though. He's smiling.
Listen, cub. I am sorry. I know there's so much you want to know about the world out there, but for now, we must stay hidden. And never trust a man of God. Least of all his compassion. You'll either end up in a monastery or at the gallows. Get down.
Easy now, it's just someone little. No need to be afraid.
I'm going to follow him. You go home and wait for me, little cub.
Il a l'air d'avoir laissé un truc. Ils font ensanglanter, ouais, donc c'est les autres, ils ont abandonné légalement. Oh. Oui, c'est la mère, ils l'ont enterré. Ils ont enterré la maman. Ah oui, ils étaient là, oui, c'est vrai, ils étaient là, les autres. Ils étaient là. Bon, il n'y a rien d'autre à prendre. Ah,
Mother?
casse-toi. C'est mieux, casse-toi. Bon, déjà, c'est bien. Oula.
Don't move. We killed the pig thief in Salisbury. We can
Where's the baby? Did you eat it?
Je n'ai pas le bébé.
I don't have a baby.
Right. What's this?
Give it back.
What do you want with this? You can't read.
Give it back.
Leave the boy be, Alfred.
He took the baby. I saw him take Mother's cloak. He's the only one around. Who else would have taken it?
Wolves.
C'était un moine.
A monk took it.
A monk?
Yes, on a horse.
Is that true? Where did he go?
He should take us there.
Leave him alone. He's just a boy.
What is your name, boy?
Jack.
Jack.
Do you live in these woods, Jack? Then you know this place better than us. Please. I don't know why I left the child. I thought I couldn't take care of him alone, but I cannot leave him to die either. I have to know if he's all right. Will you help us?
On va dire oui. Pas l'air d'être méchant.
I owe you.
Elle va peut-être nous aider plus tard.
You want your silly book back, you better keep your word.
Ouais, pas commode. Lui. Elle l'a pas commode. Bon.
For now, I had no choice. The girl was sobbing, while her father remained tense but quiet. The boy kept on pushing me, which confused me greatly. I had never been hated before. If I had any plans of getting away, it would be like hunting deer. I had to stay sharp until the others forgot to be.
Ok. Poursuivre la piste du moine.
The monk had crossed a small stream, or he had followed its course north, which would have led him towards the next village. Either way, the tracks ended at a riverbed as evening was fast approaching. The big man looked at me. "Which way, boy?" he asked. But I could only guess.
Traverser la rivière. Je crois qu'il va pas à Saint-John, je dirais par là, moi.
The stream led us to a more convenient crossing. Here, one could easily pass without getting drenched in icy water. Suddenly, the boy called out. He had spotted something on the other bank. A set of fresh hoofprints. He laughed triumphantly.
D'accord, on a bien choisi, mais je crois qu'il va à Saint-John. Il allait à Saint-John le truc. On va rien dire, on va rester.
So, we crossed the river. The boy cheerfully mocking my skill.
Laisse se moquer. On le laisse se moquer. Y'a pas de choix. On continue. Ah, ça lance un truc, donc c'est par là. Donc, ou on se trompait, ou on est le bon chemin. Ah, le brouillard.
What is it?
He got us lost.
Did you?
Papa, I'm tired.
That's all right. Come on, up on my shoulders you go.
No, I'm too heavy, and you're too tired anyway. I will remain steadfast.
You should all get some rest. Alfred, stay here with them while I take a look ahead.
No, don't go.
I won't be far, dear. Besides, you can do me a favour while I'm gone. Have an eye on the lads and make sure they get some sleep, all right?
Right.
See? You are steadfast. I won't be long.
You stay where I can see you while my sister rests. And no tricks.
Même toujours pas lui. Non, on n'a plus rien. On peut lui parler. On va le laisser dormir. Ok, on récupère 100.
Huh? What is it? Did you hear something?
Brouillard se lève.
The fog is lifting.
I don't like you. Tell me, why do you care about your book so much? Wait, where is it? You sneaky thief. I knew it. You just want to rob us.
You took it first.
You're an animal. You don't even know what it is.
The Lord and King of all France, Charles the Great, has spent 7 long years fighting in Spain. He has conquered the highlands and the plain. Before him, not a single fort remains.
What are you rambling on about?
It's from the book.
How do you know this? You're an animal.
Toi, tu sais lire?
Can't you read?
Hey, you see that? Over there in the fog.
Voilà, ça se lève. On dirait un chevreuil mort. Un cerf mort, pardon. Or c'est une souche. Ou c'est un truc...
What is it?
Ah oui, non. Ou les combats les dangers.
It broke through the ice and died.
Qui s'est fait congeler dans le...
Children! Martha, wake up, dear.
Who's she?
We met in the forest. I'm Jack's mother. Come here, Jack.
Did you find him?
Yes, dear, we did.
The baby is safe. The monk brought it to a small cell not far from here.
But we won't go there now. Ellen offered us shelter for tonight.
I have. Follow me.
If I'd known you lived this close, my Agnes might have been saved.
Don't fool yourself. When a woman is bleeding inside, it either stops or it doesn't. All you can do is keep her warm, and you did that. I'm sorry, but the living must take care of the living. Jack, give the children some soup, will you? Will you be able to get work soon?
Hard to say.
Voilà, Doudé Alfred.
Master builder in winter. Too cold for stirring water. Sometimes you get lucky, but not this year.
Il nous a fait chier, mais bon, ah, ça va. Calme un petit peu.
Time ago, I had work in Exeter. They offered me the post of builder for the Castellan to keep the walls and defences in shape. It would have kept me busy for the rest of my life. We would have lived like bishops.
What happened?
I refused. All I cared about was working on a cathedral again. I was a fool.
You can do better than to build church.
Oh, ça, d'abord les invités. Ah.
I won't ramble on now.
Thank you, Jack.
But if you want Martha, she'll tell you everything about it.
You know, a man like you should not beat himself so hard.
No. No, there is no excuse for leaving my baby son behind.
Women die in labor. Men abandon their children all the time. It is rare that they return.
Is that what happened to you and your son?
No, that is an altogether different story. One I haven't even told Jack yet. All I can say is, I raised him alone in this cave, outside of town law
On a entendu.
and the forest.
How do you get by?
We hunt, we gather. It works well enough for us two to survive. We almost would have had meat today too. But it started to rot before we could cure it.
Ah merde, c'est vrai, on l'a pas fumé.
What? Have you not told me yet?
Oh, just some old tale.
Like Tristan and Isolde?
A bit, but not quite. Come on, eat up.
Eat well, children. You need your strength.
And so do you, Master Builder. Go on, tuck in.
I will. Thank you.
Putain, j'aurais dû fumer le chevreuil.
And there are still
J'aurais dû le fumer la venaison.
What is it?
I told you that the monk had taken the baby to a small cell nearby. It's true, but I advise you to stay away from there.
What? Why?
Because you abandoned it. That counts as murder.
Then I have to steal him. I have to own up to what I've done. I have to take back my son.
Think for a moment. You have been out of work since summer. A baby needs a lot of care, more than your other children. How will you feed him?
But what am I to do then? Live like you? I don't know a thing about hunting. I'm a mason. Even in a castle I'm more at home than here.
Leave the baby with the monks. He'd be warm and fed. You wouldn't have to carry him while you look for work. And when you do find something, you can come back and fetch him.
I don't know. Since Agnes died, I don't know anything anymore.
You're a good man, Tom Builder. You're kind and gentle and strong. You will do the right thing. You also don't have to go through this alone, you know. Jack and I will have to leave this place soon. The winter is too cruel, and we might not survive if we stayed. We could all travel together.
I don't know. I have my hands full with my children already.
I can help you take care of them. If you promise to teach my son how to get along in the world of men. We may be strangers now, but we would be at each other's side, helping out however we can.
The living must take care of the living.
Yes.
Je vais voir un château.
That night I dreamed of a strange world. There were small castles, dead deer, and a giant called Tom. In that dream I was happy. I tightly held my mother's hand, watching the kind giant and learning his mysterious ways.
Ok, il était petit ce chapitre. A tué un chevreuil, mais la vente s'est gâtée. A rencontré Tom le bâtisseur et sa famille. Va donner de la soupe à Alfred en premier. Alfred ne vous aime pas beaucoup, mais au lieu de donner la soupe, vous êtes impatient de quitter enfin la forêt. Vous avez découvert les informations sur la vie de Jack et Hélène. Et il y a des chapitres qui peuvent être courts. Très bien. 7 chapitres là. De toute façon, il y a les autres en plus. As Conspiration. On est là.
My brother is as stubborn as you are sometimes. But I trust him. The bishop has to see this letter. But where do I tell the bishop I found it?
Alors jusqu'où ça va, non? Ok, il fait plus rien. Porte. Jusqu'à la porte. Il y a d'autres portes, mais on va aller au centre. Mais pourquoi il ne met pas aux aiguilles hein?
Oh, why must I be
Oh,
trust
j'ai tapé.
Francis. He knows about these things.
How can I help you?
Voir l'évêque.
I have come to see the bishop.
Who may I tell the bishop is visiting?
On va lire le nom exact.
I am Philip of Gwynedd.
And what may I tell Bishop Walerin is the reason for your visit? The bishop insists that I ask.
On va lui donner la raison.
I carry a letter that proves there will be a war.
A war?
Yes, but the bishop may be able to stop it.
It is urgent then. I will let the bishop know that you are here. Please, wait here a short while.
Il a l'air de pas être... de pas dire. Trop d'autres pommes. Tiens, récupérons des pommes. Ah, si on peut les récupérer pour lui. Vous avez bien les pommes.
My pony needs to be fed soon. Should I take some?
Oui.
I will take just a couple.
Poney. De nos poneys. Par contre, c'est bien retranscrit parce que j'ai lu qu'en... En fait, avant, ils n'utilisaient pas trop des chevaux, ils utilisent surtout des poneys.
You're still hungry, aren't you?
On va reprendre des pommes. On va reprendre des pommes.
I already took some. I shouldn't take too many.
Ouais, ça va. Ah.
Hello?
Voilà. On va un peu bouger.
Yes?
The bishop will see you now.
Cool. Bec. J'espère qu'il est sympa.
Philip of Gwynedd.
The Right Reverend Bishop Walerin by God.
Please, sit down.
Thank you, Right Reverend.
Please, call me Walerin. I hear you've done good work at that little cell in the forest.
I'm surprised you know about it.
As bishop, I am the ex officio abbot of Kingsbridge. So, I am bound to take an interest.
Okay.
Well, God has blessed us in St. John.
I wish God would confer similar blessings on Kingsbridge Priory. Timothy said you were talking about a war.
Mentionner le roi.
That Stephen of Blois has claimed the throne of England. With the blessing of the church.
Already? I had heard of plans and of aspirations. This is very good. I have met Stephen. As bishop, I am much involved in politics. Of course, the church can never be involved enough. Now, how do you know of this? Ah, your brother Francis is working for Earl Robert of Gloucester, is he not? Did he tell you?
Surtout pas dire ça. Ouais, on dit la vérité à partir. Allez, on va passer.
Excuse me. Yes, Francis mentioned this to me. He is indeed working for the Earl of Gloucester.
You mentioned a war. Tell me, Philip, why are you here?
Was I wrong to come to you, my bishop? Maybe I should have taken the letter to the Sheriff of Shiring.
Eustace is ungodly, arrogant, grasping, and corrupt. So are all sheriffs. Philip, how did you get this letter?
On va pas parler de Francis.
It among Prior James's documents in Kingsbridge. I am staying there for a few days.
Prior James. May he rest in peace. Did he not order everything to be burned?
You know about this?
Sub-Prior Remigius mentioned it once.
I asked them not to burn James's books. The brothers agreed.
Well, and there you found the letter.
Yes.
Timothy, leave us. And did you find anything else?
No, just the letter. The messenger carrying it had an accident and died near Kingsbridge.
And your brother Francis told you about it?
No.
Philip, you already told me you have talked with him about this. From the letter I see the messenger was employed by your brother's master. That is why it is understandable that you would want to protect him.
C'est vrai qu'on lui a parlé.
You need to lie to me.
A war would cost so many lives.
God thunders wondrously with his voice.
He does great things that we cannot comprehend. The Book of Job. But this is not the work of God, but of Earl Bartholomew.
You are truly the man I have heard so much about. I will call on friends of mine. Pray for us that we can put an end to Bartholomew's plan before it is too late. You did a brave thing for our church, Brother Philip. A brave thing indeed.
Ça va, il prend bien.
You'll go back to Kingsbridge Priory now and forget about the sheriff, won't you?
I will.
Pète la gueule au shérif.
And don't speak of this to anyone there.
I shan't.
Donc s'il y a Jack, il doit y avoir une truc en relation avec tout ça, quoi. On se casse. Pas partir sans avoir nourri le poney.
I'd better feed her before we leave. Such a grand palace, all for the glory of God. The bishop might be watching. I'd better stay on the path. The bishop might be...
Non mais peut-être trop prendre d'autres pommes. Pas sûr qu'il y a autre chose.
I already took some. I shouldn't...
Qu'il y a là. Palais. Ça c'est un pali.
The bishop might be watching. I should get going. I should get going. I should get going.
Ah bah battu. Je pourrais partir, mais comment je nourris le...
No, I did what I came to do. Such a grand... The bishop might be watching. I better...
Bah, on peut pas nourrir le... On nourrit le petit pote. Faire-en d'autres. On peut le nourrir au moins. Ah, on peut aller sur le chemin. On va aller vers le chemin.
I'm going on foot. Yes, but I'm not. We should leave.
S'en fout.
Leave. I shouldn't push my luck.
Peut-être le nourrir après. Peut-être prendre des pommes en route. Ah, ça y est.
Did you pack enough food? I don't want you to starve, Alfred.
You mean those rock-hard nuts? Yeah, I took some.
Anyone seen Martha?
She said she had to piss.
All right. I'll go get her.
You're a mason too, right?
Uh-huh.
So, what have you built so far? I'm sure Jack would love to hear about your work.
Houses. I mostly carve rocks. I haven't built much yet.
Good ones are starting to taste bad.
Ah, si elles sont là depuis un moment. Bon. On va sortir.
Tell me, how are you getting along?
Fine.
You know, you don't have to be afraid of me.
I'm not afraid. I think I'll go and look for Tom.
Don't worry. I'm sure we'll get along with them.
Du coup, j'avais pas vu qu'elle était là.
They're looking for you. I don't want to leave. It's so dangerous out there. I don't want to get robbed again.
J'ai une fronde.
I've got a slingshot. Maybe you could teach me how to use it. I will. Papa usually protects me. But he can't always be around. He needs to take care of himself too.
On va lui apprendre.
You need to learn to defend yourself. I want to, but I'm still so small. And I want to stay here where it's safe.
On va lui donner le chevalier.
This knight is Charles the Great. He will protect you. Oh. Am I his princess? You are. Together you are brave and smart and will never give up. All right. I have to stay steadfast. Thank you, Jack. Come on. We're going on a great quest.
Oh, péter la gueule.
On our way, I told Martha the names of my trees. There was the birch, Jerusalem, and the oaks, Alexandria and Byzantium. When I pointed out Rome, she laughed and named an apple tree Southampton. The farther we walked, the merrier she became, christening all the new trees Winchester, Bath, Salisbury, while I grew quieter and quieter. Finally, we arrived at a large road. This heads towards Shiring, Tom said. The strangest name of them all.
Qui? On n'a pas le choix, on quitte la forêt.
By noon, we had reached the edge of Mother gave us some dry prunes to chew while she argued with Tom whether we should head directly to town or past the palace of the so-called bishop. Tom was hopeful to find work at the palace, but Mother seemed uneasy.
La ville ou le palais de l'évêque? L'évêque peut nous accueillir. Et l'autre, elle aime pas trop les religieux. La ville, ça peut être, plein de trucs de merde. Voilà, on va aller voir l'évêque.
As we approached the building, Tom noticed the cold in Mother's eyes. Though she had agreed to accompany him to the bishop, she had remained quiet about her true feelings, while Tom didn't see it fit to ask. Gradually, the palace came into view.
Allez.
A servant to the Bishop of Shiring agreed to talk to Tom. He was hesitant, but not unwilling to hire a master builder for the winter. His expression changed, though, when he noticed Mother and me. I am sorry, he said, not unkindly. Maybe the Earl of Shiring will hire you. His castle is nearby, and I heard he may be in dire need of people like you. He smiled encouragingly, then sent us off, claiming his bishop had business to attend to at Kingsbridge Priory.
Comte de Charingue. Donc c'est par là qu'il faut aller. On va éviter le village. On va peut-être passer à d'autres trucs. Ah ben on est chez l'autre là.
You don't know me. You're misjudging whatever it is I did. I'm willing to forgive your mistake if you accept my offer now.
This is all about family honor to you, isn't it? Perhaps I should tell you about my mother. She was a happy person who loved to laugh and tell stories, but father made her miserable. Oh, he's not a bad man, but solemn and strict. She hated him so much she died from it.
Are you saying you don't like me?
You're so self-centered. You never think about anyone else's feelings. You have no refinement and you can barely read. What were you expecting?
One day you will see that you are wrong, and then I won't be so forgiving.
All right. Let's hope it's true and the Earl needs us.
Yeah, I'm starving.
Alfred, keep an eye out. I'll be right back. And boys, try to be nicer to each other.
An eye out for what?
Papa wants him to look for things that are broken.
Some people don't know they need a mason until you show them.
Papa could fix their walls or build a house. One man can build an entire house? I want to see.
Learn what you can, but don't stray too far.
Ugh. Why won't anyone just give me something to eat?
Un petit peu cassé.
Don't get too close.
On va parler à Alfred.
What do you want? Get lost.
Hello, Jack. Have you ever been to a castle before? No. Castles are very safe places. People don't rob you so fast. Mother told me stories about castles, about knights and princesses. Oh, like what? Like the one about Tristan and Isolde. They drank a potion and had to love each other for 3 years. I know that one. Jack, do you think there's a princess in this castle? It would be so nice to see a real princess one day.
On sait pas trop.
stay sharp, Jack. People are rarely what they seem. See that knight over there? What does he look like to you?
Un canard. Un petit ours.
He looks like a small bear.
True, but even small bears can have an appetite for blood. Just because we are out of the forest, that doesn't mean there are no wolves about.
Y a rien d'autre. Traverser la cour. Et par ailleurs. Donc il nous arrive là.
Hello, my name is Jack.
William Hamley is an idiot. I wouldn't marry him either. She deserves someone better. Such a very bright and charming girl.
J'ai pas vu celui en premier plan qui était en train de boire. Parler aux chevaliers, tiens. Ils sont peut-être...
Are you knights?
We are? Why, you want to be like us?
Like you?
Tell you what, snatch us some food from the keep, and we might train you.
Very good. That should be a valuable first lesson.
On y va, hein. On va parler à lui.
What is it, boy? You just want to stand there and stare? All right then, let's see what you've got.
Are you a knight?
No talking. That'd be cheating.
Cligner des yeux.
Ah, reckon you'd be as ballsy as your ginger, but my mistake. Another time, perhaps. Cheers, lad.
Will you be fighting soon?
Why are you asking? All right, let me tell you a secret. Can you keep a secret? What color is your shite, boy?
Oh, ouais.
Looks like you can keep your mouth shut after all. Now, then just say the words. What's your bloody secret, Catface?
What's your bloody secret, Catface?
Well put, boy. Well put. For bloody it is. We are all going to fight soon. It's for a thing called loyalty. See, all these knights are loyal to one man, and he is loyal to another. And he then is loyal
Je pense que si on prend des infos.
woman, who is the rightful queen of the English. For some here, loyalty's all about coin and favors and power. But for me, it's all about whom I trust, whom I'd follow all the way to hell for all the right reasons. Going to hell together with confidence and trust. It's what's holding this world together, boy. So, you understood my little secret? Good.
Do you need a mason?
Me? Well, these battlements could use a fresh stone or two, but apart from that, I don't know a bloody thing about building, and I don't want to. All I care about is a good sturdy wall and some hot tar to keep my enemies warm. Reminds me of a story. Want to hear a story, boy?
Avoir des infos.
Well, you see, I'm not just one for a good solid tarring. But back in my day,
J'ai même pas eu le temps.
a stealthy bastard, if I may say so. So this one time, me and my men lay siege to this castle. While both sides rested for the night, I took my crowbar and swam over to the enemy. There was this piece of wall where the mortar had gone away, and one could easily look through the holes into their courtyard. So what did I do? I smoothly tore a hole with my crowbar and snuck inside. Then, what you want to do is hit them where it really hurts. And that's not always the groin. In this case, it was their old well barely standing up. So, one kick, and all its rocks tumbled and covered the hole. From then on, they were without water. The shortest siege in the sieges, and not one man died. All because I had an eye on the wall and made good use of that well.
That's what knights do?
Knights do a lot of things, lad.
On va essayer d'avoir des infos. Je suis sûr qu'on va après on devoir les donner à d'autres.
I kicked in their ramshackle well. Easy.
Are you a knight?
I'll be damned if I wasn't. Would have risked my life for nothing if all I was supposed to do was bake bread. Be warned, lad. Get a job that pays. Not one where you have to pay for a new horse every time someone kicks your arse. Being a knight costs you, especially when you're also a drunkard. Damn, if only I'd known.
Huh.
What a strange boy.
Tac, la vue. On est en arrière. Continue sur les remparts. Ah non, ça nous ramène là, d'accord.
Watch your step, you little twit.
Don't mind him, boy. That's just William Hamley. He was hoping for a princess, but all he got was a boot.
What's he doing? Do you think he forgot something?
His dignity, perhaps?
Ouais, pas voulu parce que elle est con comme un pied de biche.
Look, you strike me as an honest worker, but we have a right who does all the repairs for us.
Then something else, maybe? I heard rumours that there's all kinds of work here.
Well, unfortunately, it's not builders we're looking for. Actually, it's quite the opposite.
I understand. Thank you for your consideration. Walk with me, boy.
We have followers all over the south of England.
Ah, je voulais lui parler.
You're the Earl, after all.
A title doesn't guarantee anything, my son.
I don't understand. Is that why you sent all those letters?
Homme qui balaye. Pas quelqu'un qui peut nous donner à bouffer? On s'est évacué. Dame Aliena.
Lady Aliena?
A charming young woman. She lives on top of the keep.
Like a princess?
Well, no. Although, I suppose she would make a splendid queen indeed. For now, she is just the Earl of Shiring's daughter, and quite good at her role, if I may say so.
On va avoir une princesse dans cette tour.
I want to see the lady.
My, you are just as rude as her previous visitor, aren't you? All want but no manners.
Can I see her?
May I see her?
May I?
As I said already, she won't receive any more visitors today. At least not any scoundrels. Not after that Hamley boy tried to propose to her. Again. She'd rather enjoy some quiet than another wide-eyed piglet who thinks himself a minstrel. Now don't start singing, please.
Je vais lui demander.
Hamley?
Yes, Percy Hamley's son, William. Now, off you go.
May I?
On va assister.
I
I told you she is not in the mood for pushy boys right now. She prefers someone a little more pleasant. And farewell to you. Stop right there. I'm sorry, boy. The Lady Aliena won't see any visitors today.
On peut pas aller plus loin.
I'd rather not. May I see the lady?
I told you
Ok, on peut parler à quelqu'un d'autre pour d'elle. On peut parler à la gamine peut-être. On va voir le jeune chevalier.
Together we control the entire southwest.
Not all of it, but we have messengers in place to keep us informed about everything. Now, be quiet for a moment. I need to think.
You there, what do you want? My father and I have important business, so go play in the yard with the other children. I won't say it again. Go play.
No. The Earl is busy, boy.
On va faire chier.
You want something? Talk to me.
On s'en fout. On s'en fout, c'est bon.
If you want some...
Ok. Il y a une lettre là par terre. Pour examiner la lettre d'un balayage, j'attends notre union avec une grande... Voilà la purie du pays et le vôtre est con de chien. Aucune famille ne pourra rivaliser avec la nôtre en termes de puissance. Vous n'avez pas, en songeant à notre rencontre prochaine, madame, vous conviendrez parfaitement. Mon père nous fait construire une maison. Vous itinéraire, vous chargerez du nettoyage, vous accueillerez nos autres et vous prendrez soin de mes chevaux. On vous récompenser. Là, on a d'autres infos. Bilan de poulet. Et on va ramener ça à l'autre. C'est qui nous avait demandé la bouffe? Ah si, c'était les chevaliers. On va aller leur ramener ça.
I found this in the keep's kitchen. Can you teach me how to be a knight now?
Can't just steal from the Earl.
We were messing with you, lad. Just messing.
Put that thing away, quick. Let's pretend we didn't see it.
Ah, vous voulez être chevalier? Ah, il avait promis. On s'attendait pas à ce qu'il fasse un truc comme ça. Traverser la cour. On va aller partir par là maintenant, de ce côté. Apparemment. On peut pas aller. Voilà, il reste que ce côté. Apparemment, on pouvait revenir par là. On pouvait passer par là. Ok, on va lui parler à lui, tiens.
There's a princess in that tower.
You mean Lady Aliena? Right. She is something, isn't she?
retourner voir la gamine. J'ai pas parlé. Ah, mais il y a lui là, de ce côté. Et le tome qui est là-bas.
I wonder what people think about the princess.
Even a fool can see these buildings need work. If the Earl's not worrying about his stalls and his kitchens, it might be something else.
Autre chose, on va parler de la lettre.
They refused you.
Oh, just because work rarely falls into one's lap, that doesn't mean there is none. I'll give this place a look over while you tell your mother to be patient.
Cherchez-vous.
What are you looking for?
Something to convince the Earl that keeping things the way they are won't do for long. Could be something small, like washed out mortar or a loose column. Yeah, I need to see the hole before I can carve the rock.
Une chose à réparer. Parler d'Aliena.
Did you know there's a princess living here?
Well, I heard the Earl has a daughter, but that's about it.
Did you know?
Well, I heard the Earl.
D'accord. On va lui poser la dernière question.
What do you need work for?
It pays. It buys shelter and clothing, and you don't have to starve. Not everyone can live in a forest, boy.
No?
No. People need to be around people. And for that, things have to be set in stone. Like the laws in towns, or rents, or wages. If everyone did whatever they liked, things would get very bad very quickly.
On va le pousser.
Not if we want to eat tonight.
Bon.
I'm going to talk to some people. You just keep an eye out. And if you see something I can fix, let me know.
Alfred said he was hungry.
Ah oui, c'est vrai que l'autre elle a dit qu'il avait faim. On va lui le porter. Mur. Mur tout pété. Ah ouais, elle est bien pété même. Les miens même pétés. On va lui dire.
There is a wall without mortar.
If that's true, you have a very keen eye. Now, see if you can spot any more damage. Even better, keep an ear out for gossip about the Earl. If we can figure out what kind of man he is, we might learn what's important to him.
Peut-être les chevaliers. Peut-être des choses.
Is anything broken here?
My nose, I guess, and a few of my ribs.
Apart from that, we're fine.
Mais on peut pas y aller. Vous voyez?
Broken here? They're not talking to me.
On a rien à foutre. Peut-être à lui. On peut pas le... On va grimper sur les remparts. On y aura posé la question. Voilà, je vais cliquer pour qu'il fasse tout le tour.
Is anything broken here?
Well, these battlements could use a fresh stone or two, but apart from that...
Ok.
Tom wouldn't find work here.
Ok, y a rien ici.
This looks good to me.
C'est en bon état, j'ai compris. Y a rien d'autre. Chevalier. La cour. Les os, c'est beau. Rien d'autre. Bon, on va revenir vers le truc. Parler de la princesse à la gamine.
There is one. What? There is a princess here. Oh, show me.
Ah. Merde, j'aurais dû lui donner le... Merde, j'aurais dû donner la bouffe à l'autre.
My lady,
Yes, Matthew.
there are two children downstairs, desperately wanting to see you.
Children?
A rather cheerful little girl, and an annoying boy.
Il a enfin décidé.
Considering that it is my role to tend to my father's guests, I believe I can see them.
Your father let you renounce a wedding. I'm sure he wouldn't mind if you declined this as well.
But a cheerful little girl?
And an annoying boy.
We will get along. You may bring them up. Oh, it's you. I noticed you and your parents from my window. What can I do for you?
On va déjà saluer.
You're quite shy, aren't you? Would you like something to eat?
But they won't serve food yet.
They do what I tell them. I will have Matthew get you some bread.
Yes, please.
C'est dire quelque chose d'intelligent.
Where's your mother?
My mother died.
Aren't you sad?
I was, but that was a long time ago. My brother Richard can't even remember her.
My mother's dead too.
When did she die?
Last week.
Oh. Who's that woman with you then?
That's my mother.
And where's your father?
I never had a father.
Where did you come from then?
From my mother. All young things come from their mothers. What have fathers got to do with it?
I think you should have a word with your mother. Come on, I want to show you something.
Voilà. Fille du comte a l'air d'être sympathique.
Have you ever been up this high before?
No. Wow. All the people look so small. Like little mice. You must be up here every day.
I used to, but nowadays I try to hold myself back.
Why?
We are about to make some great enemies. If our first assault fails, they may want to lay siege to our castle, so I will have to get used to staying up here for a long while. I suppose this view will bore me soon enough. Till then, I'm trying to keep it special.
And you're sharing it with us. I don't think that I'd ever get bored by this.
Come on, let's go back down. Matthew will take you to your parents.
Ok, elle nous donne des infos aussi.
Oh, she was so pretty. Don't you agree, Jack?
On va donner la... J'avais peur qu'on oublie de lui donner à bouffer.
Where did you get that?
Just eat it.
Well, all right. Maybe you're not so bad after all.
Petit fragile. C'est de mon succès qui veut arriver. Est-ce qu'on peut lui parler? On va parler à maman.
The Lady Aliena thinks there will be an attack.
Here, go find Tom and tell him.
Tom wouldn't find work here. Tom wouldn't find...
Ah, on peut le dire à tout le monde.
He's going to battle soon.
For more reasons, staying here is a stupid idea.
Ah, mais il y a le puits là aussi. Voilà. Le puits commence à s'écrouler. Il doit y avoir d'autres trucs, non? Il doit y avoir d'autres trucs. Ah oui, faudrait... Ah, faut peut-être lui dire tout à l'autre. Je vais lui dire... Bah, le puits s'écroule et après je lui dis... il va y avoir une attaque.
The well is in bad repair.
It is? Yeah, very good, Jack. That's one thing the Earl needs to get fixed for sure. Now, see if you can spot one more area of damage. And tell me if you learn anything about the Earl.
Ok, on va aller chercher autre chose, mais on va les préparer.
Lady Aliena is expecting an attack.
An attack? So the Earl is planning to go to battle. That's very helpful, Jack. Now, see if you can spot one more area of damage.
Bon, on a vu les remparts. On grimpe sur les remparts, en plus ça nous fait arriver là. Remparts. Les remparts pétés. Hop. Et donc on retourne de l'autre côté. Alors on va aller revoir. Je vois pas autre chose quoi de péter. Mur.
The battlements are broken.
I noticed that already. Well, that should do for now. Now, stay sharp. You did a very good job, son. Now, come along. You deserve to see if it works.
Look, I'd like to give you work, but we don't need you.
I just hope you're not expecting a siege soon.
Why do you say that?
Your defences are in bad repair.
Be specific, man.
The mortar in your walls has come away in places. This leaves an opening for a crowbar, and once there's a hole, it's easy to pull the entire wall down.
Anything else?
Yeah, the keep has an undercroft with a wooden door. If I were attacking the keep, I'd go through that door and start a fire in the street.
And if you were the Earl, how would you prevent that?
I'd have a pile of stone ready shaped and a supply of sand and lime for mortar.
Il a un peu plus longtemps.
Standing by, ready to block up that doorway in times of danger.
Matthew, may I have a word?
On va l'engager. On va l'engager.
Well, we have a home. For now. You know, this is all thanks to your son, Ellen.
What did he do?
He did what you were supposed to do. He kept an eye and an ear out. And finally helped me convince the Earl. Grab your things, everyone, and follow me. It's time we put a roof over our heads.
And thus Tom Builder had finally found work. Little did we know then that it wouldn't last for long.
Ah, j'ai le chapitre 3. Les chapitres, ouais, là... L'évêque Valéran va aller révéler l'implication de Francis à l'évêque Valéran. Vous avez donné votre chevalière de paille à Martha pour lui donner courage. Vous et votre famille. Attends, Earl Castle, vous avez donné à manger à Alfred et il semble apprécier un peu plus. Gagner la confiance de Gilbert le chat et son secret. Parler à Léna du père de Jack. Vous avez volé un pilon de poulet pour les chevaliers. La lettre de William Adam Aliena a été Tom a trouvé du travail. Ok. On a fait pas plus de choses là. On passe au chapitre 4. On revient là.
Gone yourself, they might not have let you leave again.
There is a good chance I will return to St. John's after the election today.
Why so pessimistic?
Many of the brothers still want Remigius to become prior.
Terre,
Yes?
there was an incident with one of our novices.
What kind of incident?
Remigius came to him. He was bleeding all over.
Ah.
He could barely walk, but walk he did. We called out for him, but he did not turn around. He never looked back.
He ran away?
He's not the first. And it wasn't the first time Brother Marcus was punished either.
Brother Marcus?
Yes, he stole my keys and food.
Ah oui, c'est vrai qu'on l'a dénoncé. C'est vrai qu'il était un peu trop long, on l'a dénoncé, l'autre il l'a tabassé.
Last year he hit a novice. The poor soul became deaf in one ear.
Ah. Ouais, il est un peu fou furieux. Peut-être dans le coup du... Peut-être un peu d'un coup avec le prieur James. Ils n'auront pas frappé les novices. Autosuffisant. On va voir ça.
We must become self-sufficient and pay off our debts.
Yes, we must.
It will take years of hard work.
You just keep doing what you have always done, Milius. And we will teach the brothers out there to do the same.
You cannot go in there.
What was that?
Oula.
Who are these people?
Que se passe-t-il?
Hey! Step back. Step back, I said.
What is going on out there?
Soldiers?
Did they start a war again? Those fools.
Philip! It's Francis. They have Francis.
Francis.
Ah. On va essayer de parler d'abord aux chevaliers. On va voir ce qu'ils ont.
What is happening here?
Return to your brothers, monk.
We'll question you soon enough.
On va parler avec nos potes.
They said they're looking for someone.
We're questioning some of our brothers.
Pas de trucs à savoir. On va aller par la porte du cloître. Ah, il y a d'autres moines. Peut-être ils savent des choses.
Brother Philip, I'm afraid these soldiers are looking for your brother. He has just arrived. Two of them followed him into the cloister.
No.
On va rentrer par là. Ah mais c'est l'autre du con.
What's your name? It would be easier for us all if you just came with us.
What about the child? Is it yours?
chances.
Like it or not, you'll be coming with us.
We were looking for you.
What are you doing here? And who is that?
I found him. In the woods.
Hey!
Hey!
We fed him goat's milk in St. John's. Johnny Eightpence did. He says he misses you.
He was always very sentimental.
Hey!
Philip, you must not tell these men my name. My Lord Robert of Gloucester believes me to be in Winchester.
I gave the letter to the bishop. He said he'd help.
May God have mercy on us. I was wrong to send you.
What is it?
These men are with the bishop. He is here, in Kingsbridge.
The bishop is here?
Hey, you two. You should listen when you're spoken to. Who are you? What about the child?
Did you make it? Did you two do it and make a little baby? By God, you look so funny. Oh, come on, let me hold it.
A name, or both of your names.
Alors il peut y demander pour la SVM.
Thou shalt not take the name of the Lord thy God in vain.
What?
One of the 10 commandments. Do you not know them?
Oh, save your words, monk.
Do you not know of heaven and hell?
I do. I know of them. I know of heaven and hell.
If you know and still go against the word of God, you will not be saved. Not heaven awaits sinners, but hell, the lake of fire.
We'll take hell then.
No. No.
William.
What is your name, monk?
I am Philip of Gwynedd.
It's him we're looking for, not the other one.
Monks, they all look alike.
We were looking for you. Bishop Wailerun wants to see you.
Oh.
We found him. He's here. Tell the bishop.
I found the monk. The bishop. Tell the bishop.
Go on, monk. We'll all keep an eye on you.
You will be safe.
On va avancer vers l'évêque.
I thought he would at least be taller than me.
What is going on here, Philip? I don't know.
Philip of Gwynedd. The bishop knows he's here. We told him. He's expecting you.
Qu'il est là-dedans. Ah, l'autre il est dans le coup, voilà.
Philip. There you are.
The Right Reverend Bishop Wailerun Bygott.
Philip and I are already acquainted.
You were looking for me, my bishop?
I was. Remigius, Philip does look distressed, does he not?
Yes, he does.
Tell me, what is on your mind?
These men who were looking for me, who are they? And why are they here?
Oh, them, of course. I have gotten too used to the presence of knights and nobles, the work of a bishop. The reason why these men are outside right now is your letter, Philip. As I suspected, it did convince my allies to go against the Earl of Shiring. These allies of mine insisted that their knight should accompany me along with their son, and very soon they will ride against the Earl.
I understand, my bishop.
Philip, I have the feeling that there is a storm rising. Right here, in Kingsbridge.
Ah.
And in the eye of that storm stands one man. You. Around you, things begin moving. Don't they, Remigius?
Yes.
But there is one important thing you have kept from me.
There is? My bishop?
You did not mention that you, Philip, were nominated to be Prior of Kingsbridge. The brothers here will elect their new Prior today, will they not?
The election will take place in a few hours, my bishop.
C'est vrai.
We need a strong Prior. James was my friend, but a strong Prior he was not. We are in agreement on these matters, are we not, Remigius?
Of course, right, Reverend. The bishop
Peut-il sur les pompes?
agreed you should have this.
D'accord. Découvert sous le prieur et au bord de la rivière, près d'un endroit où l'on pense que la glace est de l'ancien prieur de Cunha. À ce jour, le tombeau de Jem dans la cathédrale demeure vide. Il est probable que la ruisseau gelé ait emporté le corps du prieur au loin. Tout ce que Jem aurait été poursuivi sur la glace au plus matin le jour de Noël par le diable en personne, selon certains. On peut dire ce qui s'est réellement car il n'y a personne cette nuit-là près de la rivière à part le prieur. Personne. Offrir ce rosaire en janvier par l'évêque que gage de bonne volonté de confiance le jour de l'élection d'un nouveau prieur de Kingsbridge. Ok. Et peut-être pas mort. Hein. Peut-être juste balancer tout.
When your distinguished guests arrive, what will be the subject of your first sermon as the new Prior of Kingsbridge?
I think what I would talk about is... I beg your forgiveness, but I do not understand.
Most of your brothers agree with me on this matter. Remigius has talked to them. They will vote for you.
As will I. And I will support you in your duties in my role as sub-prior.
A role you have fulfilled wonderfully in the past, Remigius. Wonderfully.
Il change d'avis d'autre là.
Philip of Gwynedd.
Ah, là, ils l'ont pas traduit ça. D'accord.
In humbleness I stand before you, most humbled by your trust and humbled by the great tasks ahead of us. We must restore Kingsbridge to do justice to the glory of God and to his mercy. The desperate and the hopeless everywhere shall hear our bells. They shall see our towering cathedral. Our great church will become a guiding light, first and foremost, through our actions and our faith. We ourselves shall be such a light, a light to the lost, the hurt, and the suffering on their path to God.
The Earl of Shiring is not in attendance, it seems.
He is not. Shameful. He's busy preparing his siege on Winchester.
I trust he does not know we are about to foil his plans, Percy.
Ah.
Answer the bishop, my husband.
No, he does not expect us, not at all. My men are ready.
So is our son.
Excellent. Excellent.
Par un mauvais coup.
There you are. What's the matter?
Did I have a father?
Yes. Everyone has a father.
Qu'est-ce qui lui est arrivé?
What happened to him? he died before I was born?
Babies grow from a seed. The seed comes out of a man's prick and is planted in a woman's cunny. Then the seed grows into a baby in her belly, and when it's ready, it comes out.
Prenez l'autre truc.
Never tell me. About father, I mean.
I needed you to be older. Trust me, once the time is right, I will tell you everything. I promise.
What was my father's name?
Jack, the same as you. They called him Jack Sherberg.
So, if there's another Jack, I can tell people that I'm Jack Jackson?
You can. People don't always call you what you want them to, but you can try. What is that? Jack, find the others. Then hide and don't come out till I tell you.
Ah, ok. Bien se venger. Vous avez été désigné prieur de Skinbridge, voilà, vous avez écouté ces... Valéran vous a écouté ses alliés, les Hamlets attaquent Arcastle. Hamlet a été intimidé quand vous avez parlé de l'enfer. Alors Marcus vous avez dénoncé, a fui le prieuré après avoir été puni. Je cours. On a déjà fini le chapitre 4. 5, de toute façon il reste le 5, le 6, le 7 et puis tous les autres. Il reste encore pas mal de choses à faire. L'homme dans les flammes.
There are at least 200 of them at the river.
Knights again? What colors do they wear?
They are not knights, Philip.
Les mercenaires.
They say they cannot pay. It is all right, Brother Paul. I told them that there's a toll. Who is your leader? Who will speak for you?
No one will speak for us, monk.
We were chased from every village.
They are outlaws.
We are no outlaws.
We come from Earl's Castle.
They killed our men. My child. They killed my child.
By God. We cannot feed you. We barely have enough for ourselves.
Pas les nourrir, est-ce qu'on leur ouvre? Allez. Faisons comme on peut. Il y a le village à côté qui est tout défoncé. Il y a le village qui est abandonné à côté, ils rebâtissent 2-3 trucs et c'est bon.
More? We've given away almost all the food we have. What will these poor people eat tomorrow?
Before they came here, they fed themselves. They worked. Surely they can do that again.
Voilà, plus intelligent lui.
There are more coming. Word is spreading fast.
What do we do now, Philip?
Give me the rest of the bread.
But...
Here, Philip.
Il manque un rabbin au milieu. Il peut les aider.
Then help to clean out the empty houses and tend to the injured.
You heard our prior, brothers.
Et oui, je parle de Jésus. Ah, c'était un rabbin. Groupe des réfugiés. Ah, les blessés.
Was a good man. How they humiliated him in front of his children.
But why?
A good man? Earl Bartholomew was a good man. A good man? They said the Hamleys attacked Earl's castle. Who are the Hamleys?
Allez voir ça.
How do we deserve this? Why has God forsaken us?
He has not forsaken you.
But our children are sick. Our husbands were killed.
A good man?
Ah, il y en a qui sont réfugiés au moulin.
Thank you, prior.
a sinner cannot help them. Good man. They said the Hamleys
C'est tout? Ah, attends, on va leur donner du pain.
Thank you. We'll make it last as long as we can. Prior, I was a farmer in Earl's Castle. I could help you here. I can work.
God bless you.
Femme et enfants affamés, des blessés. Voir le groupe de réfugiés, il y a peut-être des gens qui peuvent nous aider.
No, I'm all right. Others need it more than I.
Take it. Share it with the others, but you have to eat too.
Thank you, Father.
Oh, les blessés, on s'en fout.
This is not enough. He has more bread. I saw it. Please, our children are starving. Give us bread for our children.
Please, give some to those
Give
people
it
over
to
there.
us. We have Why did this happen? What did we do? Our children will die in this cold.
Please, let us stay. We can work.
Arrêtez de paniquer là-haut. Je vais vous faire bouffer. Je vais vous faire bouffer, je vais vous faire bosser là. Allez bosser. Les réfugiés datés de janvier, je suis assis avec les réfugiés qui sont venus chercher un abri dans la prairie, ils ont bu, ils ont ri, ils m'ont raconté des histoires atroces d'un point de vue politique. La capture des rêves fut une manœuvre stratégique vers un soutenir au roi Stephen. Pour ces hommes, ces femmes et ces enfants, c'était un territoire dit. On parlait de William Halley et de 3 autres cavaliers à la tête d'une armée de chevaliers. Ils ont piétiné ceux qui sont tombés à leur maison, tout en leur criant de hurler encore plus fort. Les villageois se sont enfuis sans rien pouvoir emporter hors du port Halley. D'entendre ces récits m'a donné des frissons dans le dos. Si nous ne nous étions pas mêlés, rien de tout ça ne serait produit. Ok.
Philip, we are running out of room.
Have you done as I told you?
We have cleared out the houses and put up fires. All houses are occupied, and our brothers are treating the sick and injured.
There is still some room in the guest house and in the dormitory. Tomorrow we will open the cathedral. We need all the room we can get.
Prior Philip?
Ça a l'air d'être Tom, non? Ouais, c'est Tom.
I am Tom, Master Builder, and I'd like to rebuild your northwest tower.
Dear God, you look even worse than the others. Like they haven't eaten in days.
They just don't stop coming, do they?
I have worked on Salisbury Cathedral. My last employer was the Earl of Shiring himself. I know my craft. If you let your tower collapse, it may tear down parts of the nave. Hire me, and I'll make it strong again.
Il est plus important de dire les réparations coûtent trop cher, on va lui dire ça.
Repairs would cost much and we have nothing.
That child? You are raising a child?
My brother found Jonathan in the woods and brought him here. The poor boy would have frozen to death if it hadn't been for God's great mercy.
Jonathan.
C'est son fils.
I'm sorry, but all I can offer you is a place to sleep.
I'll accept, but I'd rather earn it. We didn't come here to beg.
Ask God then. That wouldn't be begging, it'd be prayer.
You remember what I told you about the kindness of monks? Ask God. That wouldn't be begging, it would be prayer.
Oh, I will pray. I will pray for a thunderbolt to strike the church and level it to the ground.
I wonder if they refused us because of me.
Posez la question.
Help repair their church.
Because these monks want to hold on to their coin as long as they can.
And they can't see that it's about to collapse. If it did, I'd have work for a lifetime. But no, they believe it can all be held together by prayer.
Posez la question.
They know you.
I used to live close to here, so it is possible.
Maybe that monk will change his mind. He seemed nice.
He won't. I could see it in his eyes. He's a stubborn one.
Can I look around a bit?
Yes, but don't stroll too far. Be cautious of those monks. I told you the baby would be safe.
What baby?
Monks may be whips.
Il voulait ouvrir la porte. Pour rentrer par l'autre porte. On va peut-être parler aux vieux moines, ils sont gentils les vieux moines. Voilà, ils ont tout fermé vraiment. Personne n'y rentre. Vous rentrez plus. C'était dehors. Plus là c'est un peu un hiver dégagé donc ça risque d'être très froid.
I am not a ghost, little red. Even if I am at death's door, if you go first, I will put you in. It's what I do. I'll make it a nice grave. You'll like it, but you must dig me one too, when my time comes. Agreed?
Il est au moins de l'humour.
That's good. Good. You must not be afraid to die. Death is not the end. There is more after.
Bon, lui il prend bien au moins.
That is what all this here is about. You see?
C'est tout. Ah, il y a ses poneys de l'autre. Allez vers l'arrière, il y a peut-être quelque chose à faire dans le coin. Et c'est ouvert par là.
Who are you? Ah, you're one of the refugees from Earl's Castle, aren't you?
Oui.
Did you see how they killed people? I don't think I could take it. We monks do not do things like killing. You again.
Ok.
Why are they taking so long? He's always hearing things.
D'accord, il dit autre chose.
Now, Prior James, what's next?
Maybe it was Brother Marcus. Stealing food. No. After that beating, he would never come back. What if it is Prior James? James is dead. He's still in the river. We couldn't put him to rest. Could that be? Philip said Prior James did not commit suicide. So it couldn't have been him. Then what did I see?
Et qu'on sait pas trop où c'est, on va aller rentrer par là. Peut-être aller parler à l'autre vite fait. Voir ce qu'il a.
I will not change my mind on this matter. We will help them, all of them. Remigius, do you truly want to leave these people to die?
We should remove ourselves from the world, my prior. It is for God to decide, not us.
We will help these people. We must.
Hey, what are you doing here?
Remigius here is right. This is no place for children.
Now I remember her.
What is it now, Remigius?
This woman. She came with the builder.
Yes?
She is not a refugee.
What do you mean?
She's an outlaw. She's been here in the past. Prior James warned me about her. She is not from Earl's Castle. She's from the forest.
But her husband?
I doubt they are married.
Young man, are you not the builder's son? What's your name?
Dire Jack Jackson.
Jack Jackson.
Son of Jack. Well then, you may go now.
He is not the builder's son. I knew it. He is her son. And of a man called Jack. Fornicators, that's what they are. Unmarried even. That woman must be expelled.
On va aller vers la cathédrale. Merde, j'ai piqué un peu vite.
Oh, wish someone would just tear that cathedral down so we could start afresh.
That would require a miracle, and I really don't know a thing about them.
I'm so tired.
Come, I'll sing you a lullaby. Actually, it's Jack's favourite. A lark caught in a hunter's net sang sweeter then than ever, as if the falling melody might wing and net dissever. At dusk the hunter took his prey. The lark is freedom never. All birds and men are sure to die, but songs may live forever.
Ok. Bon, malheureusement, on va s'arrêter là. Pour ce soir, on est au chapitre 5. Les chapitres qui vont super vite parce que si on fait pas attention à tout, il y a des trucs à faire, il y a des trucs des fois à faire, il y a d'autres choix à faire. En fait, c'est un jeu à choix, plus en même temps léger point and click, c'est pas vraiment un vrai point and click où il faut allier des objets, des trucs comme ça. On n'est pas loin d'un point and click, genre enquête, truc comme ça, donc c'est pas mal, il est pas mal, donc on va... Là ça a sauvegardé, on a vu le livre faire, donc mais on va re-sauvegarder quand même. Je vais écraser. Oui. Voilà. Retour. Et on va donc retourner à l'écran titre. Donc voilà, allez. On va quitter. Donc là on est toujours sur le livre 1. Et donc on est au chapitre 5, donc il nous reste 2 autres chapitres et après on passera au suivant. Donc là on est dans vraiment impliqué maintenant dans l'intrigue où en fait c'est une histoire de conflit entre un roi qui a pris un roi et puis un autre et puis des familles quoi de nobles qui veulent prendre la place du roi, prendre la place de monarque quoi, un peu. Et en plus donc il y a des réfugiés, donc des gens qui sont chassés, des trucs ouais un peu compliqués quoi. C'est pour ça que ça crée justement des trucs un peu différents, des trucs aussi, par chez nous en France ça a été le cas aussi, il y avait des seigneurs qui s'attaquaient entre eux, donc ça forçait des gens à se déplacer, à changer d'endroit, à faire des trucs par-ci par-là, à faire comment dire, à certains endroits des remparts, des trucs comme ça. Donc voilà. Je sais que par chez moi il y avait la Savoie qui attaquait, les Provençaux qui attaquaient. Justement par chez moi, plein de chansons anti-provençales et anti-savoyardes. Quand je dis ça c'est au niveau de l'histoire. Après le reste, donc voilà. Donc allez, on va quitter le jeu.